So today we're going to look at the inside in, inside out forehand. It's one of the most important shots in modern tennis. It's basically where the ball comes on the backhand side, but with some quick feet we look to get around the ball and hit an aggressive forehand. It's used by loads of pros. It's a really important shot, so let's get stuck in. So there are three key points that we're going to look at today that's going to make you be able to hit a successful inside in, inside out. The first is the early unit turn, so early preparation, turning those shoulders. We're going to look at the first step, which creates space and gets us into a closed stance. And then we're going to look at the footwork, where we use a mixture of backward steps and side steps to get around that ball, which will enable us to hit the ball in a closed stance. So first off, we've got our early turn. So we've got, after the split step, we've got that early unit turn there where I'm turning the shoulders and preparing the racket. The second key point, as we said, is this first step. So it's using the right leg to get out the way. So that first step there gets the right leg out the way and gets me into a nice closed stance. And then we're going to look at using a mixture of backward steps and then a couple of side steps to create space, which now leaves me in a nice closed stance before I hit the shot. Now the benefit of being in this closed stance is I can now hit inside out and I can hit inside in off the same position, meaning my opponent can't read me, which is a real benefit. One of the most important things about the shot is the footwork. Obviously, because the ball's coming on the backhand side, we've got a very little amount of time to get the feet around the ball and make space for the forehand. The other thing to think about is often the ball is coming from the backhand corner, the righty's backhand corner. So because the ball's coming from that angle, it's actually coming into the body as you're getting around it, so it's coming in. So creating enough space with the feet is going to be really important. So we're going to look at a real simple drill here that's all about creating space. Now if we take this ball for example, one of the most common mistakes that people do is they move directly at the ball. So if they were starting here, they would almost move in between the cones, but then the problem is they kind of get jammed up and get too close to the ball. Now all that's happening then as they hit it is their body weight's actually going away from the court as they hit the ball, meaning they'll often drag it. So what we're going to look at using the two cones is using that early turn and early step. We have to move around the two cones to create space initially, and then I can come into the ball now. And now, as you can see, my body weight's going forwards as I hit the ball, and then I'll just loop around the cones to recover. So I get that early turn, early prep, loop around the two cones, hit the shot, and then side step to recover, and repeat. So the three takeaways from today, we had that early unit turn, that early prep. We looked at that first step where the back leg comes away, which is going to create space. And we looked at the footwork using backward steps and side steps to get into a closed stance around the ball. It's going to be a massive benefit to your game when that slow ball comes into your backhand corner. You won't have to wait there and hit your one or a two, or you can get around, hit that big aggressive forehand and look to dictate play from your backhand corner. So that was the inside in, inside out forehand today. Hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for the next vid.